All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for attending our another edition in 2016 for our Dillard University Coaches Luncheon on Trinity Dining Hall West Wing. My name is Haptam Kaleta. I'm the Sports Information Director here at Dillard, and we appreciate your support to the university as well as the athletics program, and we continue keeping you abreast with Dillard University athletics. So at this time, we will give an update on our volleyball, on our search for a volleyball coach. We are trying to finalize some work, but we have narrowed it down, and hopefully we'll be able to name a candidate in our next coaches luncheon. Our next week, we will not meet for the coaches luncheon because we will be out of town at Talladega. So we will not meet next week. We will resume on February 29th. This is a leap year, so we will resume on February 29th. That's Monday for one of our final coaches luncheons. Of course, that's going to be the week of the conference tournament. So we do invite you. That's going to be a pretty big one. We'll know what our seating is. So we invite you to come out once again. We won't have it next week. We will have it on the 29th. All right, without further ado, we will continue on to our women's basketball portion. Of course, we have Coach Norbert Rome. He will give you the breakdown on our weekend in Jacksonville as well as our next upcoming games. Next time you will speak to him will be the week of the tournament. So it'll be after the Classic. It'll be after a lot of things going on. I'd like to also invite you to the Blue Devil Classic. Seated here, we have our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Lindsey Taylor from Track and Field. We appreciate him coming. Thank you so much, Lindsey. And we do invite you. Our Mistress of Ceremonies, Anastasia Williams, for the Billy Ray Howley Scholarship Gala, which will be on February 26th at 7 o'clock at PSB. So we invite you to come out and show support. Without further ado, Coach Norbert Rome, please come to the stage and give us a breakdown.
Thank you. Thank you, Coach. We're going to talk real quick about our games, and I'm going to go back and talk about the game we had at the Crosstown Classic. We were able to come out there. The game was very successful. We were informed that we hadn't won there since 91. And we were winning. Very hard-fought victory. We're looking forward to playing again in the Blue Devil Classic, which is going to be here at home. We have 3 games left. 2 of those games are here on the battlefield. So we play for Lander this upcoming Saturday. So we're excited about the opportunity that we had there. We had the opportunity to play Edward Wars on the road this past weekend. A really tough game for us. Things didn't turn out the way we expected it to be. We just didn't shoot well from the floor. We shot 22% from the floor. We're just not going to win a lot of games without a lot of offensive production. But on the right side, we did do a good job defensively. We held them to 17 points in the first half, and they finished with 49 points, which is one of our goals, to try to keep our opponents under 50 points. But unfortunately for us, we were only able to score 44 points. So we're going to continue to work on shooting, getting in the gym, getting up shots so we can be ready to play on Saturday. And unfortunately for us, too, in the game, we had an injury to our starting center, Keanu Favors. We're not exactly sure how long she's going to be out, but it was injury, and so we're waiting to hear back about that. I'll open it up to any questions.
How was Babel? When did she go out? Like, how did that impact the game?
Well, she finished the game 2 for 10. And when we played them here in the battlefield, she scored 21 points. So she got off to a slow start, and she ended up being hurt 5 minutes into the third quarter. So I would say it impacted the game tremendously because we didn't have an inside presence, so we had to either put Alina at the 5 spot, which hasn't worked for us and it hasn't been successful, and then we had to give Raven an opportunity. And when we put Raven in, she was able to play for about 5 minutes, which we didn't get much production from her. So we could have, hit a couple of shots, down the stretch. I think it would have been a whole lot different, but we're not going to make excuses about that. It is what it is. We did a great job with closing the game out, and we just did a poor job of not taking advantage of the shots we did have. Not successful. But we're looking forward to our game against Old School. Versus Bleu School, battle of hip hop president. So we'll be ready to go. I know that'll be probably a high scoring game. A lot of a very good atmosphere here in the benefit. So we'll be ready to go and do our best to try to finish strong in the conference and we'll get a good seed.
So looking forward to the remaining games. If Ravens can't play, Ravens will have to be the key. How do you get her ready? I know.
We have a couple of things that we're working on that we've been planning. Not exactly sure at this point which direction we're going to go in, but we have a couple of things in our back pocket that we're working on to make a couple of adjustments if Davis is unable to come back. Based on talking with the doctors, it's too early to say how long she's going to be out. But we're hoping that she can return, maybe in limited action, but having summer fetus is better than having no fetus. That's a good question.
I have one more. So, because I haven't seen the game last couple of weeks. How would you assess the intensity? I mean, other than I understand they shot poorly against Waters. How was the intensity? I mean, how did they play in terms of that?
Yeah, I think the intensity level was really high. We came out, had a chip on our shoulder with something to prove. Obviously, anytime you hold a team to 17 points in the first half, that's really good defensively. Unfortunately for us, we were 12 for 54, and that's 22%. And then we had 9 turnovers, 4 from our starting point guard, and 5 from our starting power forward. So if they can if we can do a better job of eliminating our turnovers, I think we could take those possessions and possibly make those positive possessions. But for a lot of times what we're doing is inflicting, pain on ourselves by unforced turnovers. Because when we played them the first time, we only had 12 turnovers. But when we ended the game with 19 turnovers, that's tough. 19 turnovers. And they weren't even pressuring. It wasn't even a full court pressure. So we just got to do a better job of taking care of basketball and just solving that spirit of confusion. I feel there's a spirit of confusion that's over the team right now, so we're doing our best to try to keep it out.
This is a tough question, right? How the hell we lose against? How many get through the game again? How do we do that twice? It's the same team. Now you had them on the heels the whole game and then give it to them. Like just say, here, you can have it. How do we do that?
It's like an ability to execute down the stretch. We have stretches in the game where we can get really hot, and then we have stretches in the game where we're coming off, where we're bringing players in from off the bench and we're not getting a lot of bench production. And so when we bring players in from our bench, scoring goes typically down. So when we bring the players back in, sometimes we're down 6-7 points and we have to fight back to get back into the game to even the score. So that it's either play the starters for 40 minutes and roll the dice, or come off the bench and then hope that we have people that's coming off the bench that can give us production. So we may change it up going into the tournament with 3 games, because KK played 4 minutes and she had 0 points. Raven played 4 minutes, she had 1 point. And Rashida played 19 minutes and she had 1 point. So, when you got 3 players that playing that's 20, 25, 30 minutes and only scoring 1 point. That's tough. That's tough. That's very tough. So we just gotta get in the gym. We got in the gym yesterday. We shot the ball for about an hour and a half, just getting up shots. And I was just going to continue to try to iron out rankings that we have, and just try to stay positive.
I think defensively, I know the adjustment you guys made on Dawkins, the point guard. You had Trail guard up, 90. I can see Dawkins getting tired in the second half. Do you plan on continuing to do that at least the last few games?
Yeah, one of the adjustments we came up with is in the first game, Allen, who shot the ball extremely well, she had 19 points. She ended this game with 12. We switched the arena on Allen and we put Davis on Hill, which I thought gave us more of a competitive edge defensively, which is why I think we were score 17 points in those air. Yeah, we also did pick up Dawkins 94 feet, and I think it paid dividends for us throughout the whole game because she was held under a scoring rate. She's averaging about 20 points a game, and she finished the game with 11 points. Yeah, so I thought we did a good job on her defensively. Just unfortunately, we just didn't do a good job of executing our offensive success. So, in position, we just have to be to put the ball in the bucket, put the ball in the bucket, and in front of it. You just got to keep working on it. All right, thank y'all for coming out. I appreciate it.
One thing he didn't mention, of course, Edgewater is one of the better defensive teams in the conference. They're extremely long. They have 2 or 3 6-footers. It's hard to get independent and find shots. So still in that first half, we showed signs of life. We were leading by 5-6 points. But once Davis went out, the coaches did say that the opposing coaches said it was a big difference for that last quarter and a half, the way they had defended. So just keep on moving forward. Also, if you guys would take a look before we switch over to the men, just some top 20 stats for the men. This is in the whole nation in NAIA. So if you see the top team rankings, you see we're still ranked number 1 in offensive rebounds, number 3 in total rebounds, and this was updated this morning. So I know some people got depressed, including myself. The high run kind of came to a halt, but we're still second in conference. We're still moving forward. So Coach Mike Newell will explain to you what happened in the previous games. And then, of course, the individual rankings at the bottom. We still have some pretty good guys doing remarkable things. So we've got a few more games left. We've got about 3 left. We'll see how that rolls off. But without further ado, men's basketball head coach Mike Newell.
Hail Dillard.
Hail Dillard. Hail Dillard.
Well, the reason we're number 1 in offensive rebounds is we miss a hell of a lot of shots. We're still, when we got together last time, a couple weeks ago, we had, I think we're ranked maybe 21st in the country, had gotten to the 21st in the country, which is important, but obviously it is, you need to stay there. And we break the season down into segments of 10 games. First 10 games, we were 7-3. Second 10 games, 7-3. And I've done this for years. Now this portion, we've only got 8. We're actually 1-3 right now. Now we haven't played the last 4 on the road, which we've been a pretty good road team. We're still 6-5, which I've mentioned to you many times before. It's very, very difficult to play them. I don't care what level you are, Division 1, Division 2, Division 3. But our goal has always been, and mine personally as a coach, because everybody, whether you're a player, when you start the season, you need to have individual goals to motivate yourself, and then you'll have team goals also, obviously. My goal as a coach over the years has always been actually threefold. One, win 20 games, and that's sort of the mark of a good basketball team at the 4-year level. Second thing is to win a national championship and be able and hopefully put yourself in a position to do that. And I've been very fortunate over the years. This is finishing my 21st season, and this group still has a chance to obtain those goals. We've got 3 out of the next 4 at home. We've got 1 road game with Talladega, who's ranked, I think, 5th or 6th in the country. We're actually 15-9, first winning basketball season for men's basketball in 10 years. which I know that is important to a lot of folks. But we're not finished, and we still got a lot of work to do. We're second place in the conference. I still believe that it's important that we get to Kansas City. Now we've got work to do, and now are we good enough to do that? Well, we're going to find out, and that's something that sort of surprised me because I was anxious to see how the kids were going to react. When you get down to February and March and you are in position, and I talked to our kids about this for the whole week, that you've got to be able, you find out who the players are. Because in February and March now, execution-wise, there's not a whole lot of new stuff put in. Now it's players making plays, and you might make a few adjustments, and but you know